What's up YouTube, it's your boy Blade. Welcome back to another video, and we are here today, as you can tell by the title of this video. Comparison is the thief of joy. Now, the reason that is because when you compare yourself to other people, or to other people's success, or to other people's journey, you kind of lose yourself, right? When you compare yourself too much, you know, you're just like, dang, you know, how did they get, you know, to where they are so fast, right? Or, you know, how did they do it? You know, whether it's the similar thing in goals, right? You know, whatever your goal is, right? Or whatever type of, you know, thing that you're doing, right? Or that y'all both kind of have, you know, pretty good skills in, or that's, you know, personally unique, right? You have some of the similarities, and you're like, dang, how are they, you know, getting all this good, you know, success and improvement and all this, right? Compared to me. Everyone's journey is different. Even if it's on the same thing, about the same thing, everyone's journey is always going to be different, right? It can be similar and have similarities, but most times it's going to be different, right? You're working at your own pace, right? And I'm gonna compare it to fitness, right? It's like, you know, you can't be in fitness and think that, you know, you're there for like a month or 2 months and think you're gonna look like someone who's been in there for years, right? Or let's say you and someone else, right, been in there at the same time. Let's say it's you and your friend, right? You and your friend both, you know, workout buddies, going doing fitness together, right? And you realize your buddies, you know, putting on more size, gaining more muscle quicker than you. Why? It could be a quote genetic thing, right? And genetics do play a factor to a certain degree, right? With or without, you know, any type of enhancements. But overall, you can't compare yourself, because it's like y'all are still on your own journey. Y'all are on your own path. You know, so there's nothing much that you can really do except focus on you and make sure that you're showing up and putting in the work every single day. That's all you can worry about. That's all you can control. Don't worry about what you can't control. Worry about what you can control, because the results is going to come, right? And that goes with anything, right? Even in the gym, you have to be consistent, right? You're not gonna see results, especially if you're like a tall guy, naturally lean, tall, skinny. You have more of a frame to fill compared to someone who's naturally short. You know, y'all could weigh the same amount of weight, but y'all will hold the muscle very differently because of the height and size differences, right? You know, and the taller you are, the more you have to weigh. Because if you're 6 foot, 200 some pounds, you're gonna look lean, right? You know, but if you're 200 some pounds at like 5 foot something, 5'8", 5'9", you're gonna look fat. You know, or as you know, a permanent bulk, which is really just another word for you're just gonna look obese, right? You have to be able to match, you know, your height to your weight, ideally, you know, realistically. You know, you really need to be able to balance it, you know. And don't compare yourself, you know. Like, I know you can get caught up and it just looks discouraging. It's like, you know, sometimes you may want to quit, but no, you shouldn't, all right? You should want to keep going, because you get to constantly challenge yourself. When you constantly challenge yourself, that's how you know what you're really made of, right? And the consistency, you know, because over time you will gain the amount of muscle that you want, right? You know, you might be taller than your friend, fast metabolism, so you're gonna have to eat more than them. Whatever they're eating, you might have to eat double than them every single day and be consistent with it, right? It's trial and error even in fitness, because then it's like, okay, I shouldn't eat too much, or I should only bulk for this much, or I should only dirty bulk and lean, or lean bulk, you know, clean bulk, you know, having to decide which one you should go with, right? You know, and also, you know, like I said in one of my other videos about, you know, taking advice from people. Some people are going to tell you the dirty bulk, some are going to tell you the clean bulk, some are going to tell you the lean bulk, which is clean bulking. So, but at the end of the day, you hearing all of this, doing your research and whatnot, then you decide what works best for you. Personally, it's lean/clean bulking, because dirty bulking, you're just gaining a lot more fat than muscle, and you're just gonna feel sloppy, lazy, and probably grumpy. So don't do that. So yeah, that's what I would say. You know, you should always lean bulking. I mean, yeah, it'll take longer in the long run, yes, but you'll look better. Delayed gratification. I mean, there really is no gratification in dirty bulking anyway. But you get what the point I'm trying to make with the whole gym reference, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. Focus on you. Stay in your lane, right? Don't compare yourself, because then you're gonna get discouraged and want to quit. Like, and who wants to do that, right? Like, it's good to look, observe, analyze, but stay true to yourself. And as long as you know you're putting in the work every single day, day in and day out, and being consistent with it, the result is gonna come. It's just about pacing and timing, right? You know, that's what it's really all about. You know, don't want to rush anything. Don't want to always compare yourself, because that's how people get discouraged and just want to quit. And that's with anything in life, for real. Like, anything that's on the path, if any obstacle hits their way, or they realize someone is doing better than them, you know, no, you shouldn't do that at all, especially in a field like business. Like, you know, you thinking what you're good at isn't making as much money as this other person, so you thinking, oh well, I should do the business they're doing because that's the most popular. And then when you fail at that, then you wonder why you failed at both. Why? Because you didn't, that's not something you're good at. What people don't know is the failures behind that, the failure that this person probably went through with their niche, right? Some sort of failure or obstacle that they went through in order to get to where they are, to you know, to the success that they're at. You know, so you have to focus on you and what you're good at. Analyze every single step of the way, the good, the bad, the ups and downs, which you can always improve on. That is what's going to set you up for the better, right? You know, so because sometimes the thing that someone else is doing could be way harder than what you're doing, especially from a business perspective. So that's why I say, don't compare yourself. It's one thing to analyze. If anything, that should be more encouraging, because instead of it being discouraging, like, oh, why is they making more money than me? It should be more of, okay, anything's possible, especially if something as hard as a field in business as that is, and they're doing successful with it, then what I'm doing, I should be able to make, you know, be very successful in it, right? As long as it's a good product or service and it meets the requirements and needs, or, you know, kind of a high demand type of thing, you know, supply and demand, then you'll be fine, all right? In the long run, you're going to be fine. It's just a temporary setback, and you just got to analyze and go from there, all right? But that's the end of this video. That's going to wrap it up. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all took a very valuable lesson from it. Comment, like, subscribe for any future, you know, recommendation for, you know, future videos. Make sure, you know, like I said, comment, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. That way you get notified every time I post. And share this video with someone who you know needs to see this or should see it, or if you think it will help them in the long run, or who's in a similar situation or not. Like, share the video, all right? And save the video for yourself. If you need to watch it again, right? You know, something happened, you know, you might need to rewatch one of my videos, save it. You can always hit the save button, save, watch later. I'm telling you, it'll help you, you know. Sometimes you gotta rewatch it to really understand it, or just as a reminder. It's like you understand it, but just as a reminder. So that's all I got for today. We'll see you on the next one.